my life is damn good. In fact, for the past decade, I've worked like hell to heal the emotional wounds inflicted on me by my parents during my neglected, shit show, psychologically abusive, mess wreck disaster of a childhood. I might have grown up in a house where things came to die, in a din of my parents' never-ending screaming, chaos, stress, and money troubles. But I have worked to bring radical self-care, healing rituals, and self-love into my life, and it has changed me. It really has. I reparented myself into a flourishing adult who is, most days, not having an out-of-body panic attack doom spiral experience. I've even written a book about it. So why, oh why, does every cell in my body, every single tissue, feel like it's being wrung dry? And why can't I feel my hands? Well, here's the thing. I just lost my job. My executive position at Comedy Central, where I have worked for over a decade, 1/3 of my life. It was my happily ever after job, the thing at which I pointed to show that, yes, I was a neglected child who had to overcome my ingrained beliefs that I was worthless, that I could never give up my addictions to weed, booze, and boys, that I could never stop treating life like a series of crises to be endured. But look, it turned out all right. I'm a successful adult. I'm living the dream. People introduced me as Tara Schuster, Comedy Central, like it was my married last name. But it's gone now. The financial fallout from the pandemic shut down our whole department. I'm remarkably lucky to have savings, no kids to support, no mortgage to pay, and to not be in any real danger. But I have to tell you, it's been hard. The toughest part has been figuring out how to structure my days without someone else telling me what to do. I went from showing friends with pride how many overlapping, brightly colored meeting boxes made up my Outlook calendar to maybe having one Zoom every few weeks if I could coerce friends to hang out. I went from waking up thinking about what I had to accomplish at the office and how I would strategically zigzag my way from task to task with max efficiency, to lying in bed, wondering if I had the stamina to go to the grocery store. I have been working since high school, taking summer jobs, weird internships that were more like indentured servitude. One was billed as an opportunity to learn about playwriting, but turned out to be a masterclass in removing filthy storm windows from the walls of a decrepit theater, which, by the way, I did gladly. So it feels disorienting to have no schedule. And if I'm real with you, my job was my entire life. I hung most of my self-worth on it. And now, for the first time, I'm completely alone, cooped up in my one-bedroom apartment during a global pandemic with my fractured identity, my raging anxiety, and about 1 ton of dried black beans that I had to fight for. And so, 2 days ago, because my life is a petite disaster, and because the way I deal with distress is by doing, by going, moving, fixing, by keep on achieving, woman, I Googled, how can I help in the 2020 election? And clicked the first result. You can help in Arizona. So just like that, I decided to move to Flagstaff, way up in the mountains, where the internet tells me I am needed. Light research reveals that it snows in Flagstaff, which I can barely believe because it does not fit in my mind's eye of Arizona. Orange earth, cacti, Wile E. Coyote. Flagstaff allegedly has a pine wood forest, too, and it's the world's first international dark sky community, which, I learned, means that the government and citizens have agreed to work together to keep the night sky as dark as possible so that you can see the stars shine. Can you believe that? In 2020, an entire city has agreed on anything, much less night sky stewardship? Something about being in a place known for darkness feels like it matches my current mood perfectly. Which brings us to now, flying down the highway as the sun sets on yet another grim, why God, why day.